Operation Oktoberfest, America, Turn 5. This is Panzer George. So America's in the shooting war. We've already been in Vichy. We have had to discipline our troops though, because there was too much partying in Vichy, and it affected morale in that battle. So lessons learned as we do our battles this time. Any occupying forces will have a strict protocol with civilians, and we will maintain martial law. So anyway, for production, we have 85 IPCs. With that, we're going to buy 9 infantry, 2 fighters, 1 carrier, 2 transports, and 1 destroyer. So we have a number of combats. So what's been going on in the Pacific is very unacceptable. We can't have Japanese carrier task forces rampaging throughout the Pacific, so it's time for us to do some rampaging. So the first combat move we're going to do is we're going to move these forces down to seize the Caroline Islands. So our battleships, cruisers, destroyers are all going to be going here, along with these 2 transports, and they'll be landing 3 infantry and 1 artillery as well. So our planes can't actually attack, they're too far. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, we have our battleship and 2 cruisers for support for this invasion. So so that's it for that combat move in the Pacific. As well, we can actually, that's a non-combat move. I have other forces, but that's a non-combat move. In the Mediterranean, it's time to get serious. We've been pushed around by the Italians for too long. It's time to have a major counterattack. So what we're going to do here is we're going to be sending troops into Morocco and attacking the Italians there. So 2 troops going in there. This fighter here is going to go 1-2. This fighter from the carrier is going to go 1-2. So they're both going to have 2 movement left over. And then this fighter here is going to go 1, 2, 3 and attack that Italian transport. It's going to have 1 movement left, so we're anticipating that there'll be an American carrier coming here. So I believe that's all our combat. So now we're going to do our rolls. So we'll start with Italy. And I have a friendly abacus. If I just purchased, I just thought I'd show that. And if we get some big battles, I'll be using that. So we have 2 American fighter planes coming in, attacking the 2 Italians, with 2 American infantry attacking as well. Oh, I also forgot to mention these transports. So there's 3 transports. So 2 of the transports, one of them will be going, or 2 of them will be going here in C-Zone 94. They'll be picking up, they'll be going this way to 92 and then 94. So they'll pick up these 2 American troops, and 1 will land in Tunisia and 1 will land in Algeria. So we're going to take those for liberate those forces there. And I'll chip that out in a minute. And this is a transport, so give me 1 second. So we have a total of 3 American transports. 2 of them are C-Zone 94. 1 of them is still in this C-Zone. And then we have landings in Algeria and Tunisia. Okay, so I think I've got all my combats now. So let's do the one in Morocco. So we have 2 fighters going in, along with 2 infantry. And they are, we can do all this together. The Italians have 2 greens. So far we have one hit, so that's one Italian infantry. So now there's only one Axis force left. We attack again, and they're dead. So the Italians realize the jig is up and just surrender. So now we're going to do the one in the Carolines. So we've got 2 Japanese infantry and 1 AA gun. So they're sending out a radio distress signal to the Japanese forces that they're under attack. And of course there's no reinforcements forthcoming, so the Japanese just say fight to the death, repel the invaders. So what we have here is so there's no American aircraft, so there's no AA fire. We have 1 infantry supported with an artillery, and 2 infantry unsupported. We have 2 cruisers and 1 battleship. So I need to get 3 hits. So let's do that. So I get the 2 hits, 3 hits needed. That's a battleship, 2 cruisers supported, yes. So the Japanese are dead, but they do get to return fire. And no return fire. Obviously the bombardment, pre-invasion bombardment was very effective, validating all the things that we promised from the battleship admirals. So we'll put those forces back. The Carolines are ours, including that nice airfield. Thank you, airfield and port. Thank you for preparing that for us. Okay, so now we'll do the non-combat and land our planes. So for non-combat, we're going to move this carrier force over. And there are reports, as the Japanese are overwhelmed, that there's a different type of American carrier been notified that's never been mentioned in intelligence before, which seems to have better armored decks and more aircraft on board. So the other thing we're moving is this force moves to Hawaiian. 1, 2, 3. And I actually want to take 1 destroyer, and that would start it from Hawaii, and we're going to put this to Sea Zone 16. Okay. Now we'll just, sorry, I know I'm out of move here, so what I'll do, this guy already moved down here, so I'll just move this guy to midway. And then we'll have the carrier here. And then these planes will land on the carrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have those 2 planes on the carrier. Okay, and then these forces here will also join. 1, 2, and our friendly submarine. This submarine, yeah, everything will go in the Carolines. Okay, and over here, of course, we landed in Algeria and Tunisia. We're going to move this Italian merchant ship sunk. The plane lands back on the carrier. This battleship comes to join this carrier. This carrier moves to 94. So these two fighters can land on this carrier, and we'll have a cruiser. This merchant ship in 93 will move to 91, and this destroyer will move to 91. The destroyer that is 91 will move up to the channel to join the forces there. These transports, hopefully you can see that. The transports are going to load up and move to 91. So that's 6, 7, 8 infantry, 7 infantry, and 1 mech. This submarine here, 91, will move to Vichy and do a convoy on that. You may have stopped the party, but we're going to have a torpedo party for you off Vichy. And these submarines will also move to 91. And then this fighter will land in Gibraltar, replacing the other one. And then these transports will move back to the East Coast from Rio de Janeiro. Oh, and also to maintain our, we're going to land 2 troops in Vichy, or not, sorry, Casablanca, because we want to get those victory points, of course. I think we've moved everything. So now we're going to put on reinforcements. We are going to move everything back to Alaska. Up here, all the forces that were in Aleutians, we're going to move to Alaska. Okay, so now we're going to put on our forces. We're going to put 1 transport. We're going to put in C-Zone 10, we're going to put 2 infantry in San Francisco. And then the rest are going to go on the East Coast. So in C-Zone 101, we're putting in a transport, a destroyer, and a carrier. And then we're going to put these infantry on here as well. And these 2 planes will go on the carrier. Okay, so, and let me just chip out a couple of things, because I've learned I need to stack things, otherwise things get lost. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I should have 9 infantry here. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can take those 2 off. I can actually make a 3 here. So there's 9 infantry there. And this 5 become 3, 4, 5 infantry. Oh, and 2 of them landed. Okay, how many? Yeah, I've got 2, 4, 8. So I should have a total of 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, 2 of them landed there. So let me get this count straightened out. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it was 7 infantry and 1 mech. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So that's the proper count there. Okay, I think I can do my disposition now. I've got all my forces on. So on the East Coast, I've got 2 bombers, 2 AAs, 9 infantry. Off C-Zone 101, I've got a carrier, 2 fighters, 1 transport, 1 destroyer. In the English Channel, I've got 1 destroyer. In Sea Zone 91, I've got 2 subs, 5 transports. Put these all together. 5 transports, 1 destroyer. On board those transports, I've got 5 infantry and 1 mech. And on Casablanca, I've got 2 infantry. Morocco, I've got 2 infantry. Algeria, I've got 1 infantry. Tunisia, I've got 1 infantry. Sea Zone 94, I've got a cruiser, and I've got a carrier with 2 fighters. I've got 2 transports. Off Malta, I have a battleship, a carrier, and one fighter. In the Pacific,